Hey everybody, Elizabeth Varian here, and look, you can see me in better quality video. Lo and behold, this webmaster has a much better webcam that she completely forgot about. Oh no, but we remembered in time. It has been such a whirlwind putting this manifestation group together, and I gotta tell you, it's a testament, or a testimony, I should say, of when you step out into your passion, how it's energizing and things just start flowing. I had a 4-hour meeting this morning with Webmaster for Hire and have been working all day on that. It is now a quarter till 11 o'clock at night. I'm still in the office because I wanted to get this video recorded. And I was here till 10 o'clock last night. And I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I already had next week's lessons started. So I just have to tell you, when you step out in your passion, you're energized. And this is definitely an amazing experience so far for me. And I hope that you're enjoying it as well. It's just not me putting my mugshot on camera for myself. I'm enjoying teaching what I know because it really makes me tap in to, okay, what is it that I really know? If I was starting all over again, how would I do it? And by breaking it down each week, a similar topic in 3 different bite points, I think it's easier. And if you're advanced and like myself, you've been doing this for so many years, it's also a good remembrance, and to remember in bite-sized pieces. Anytime in both my web design and internet marketing firm, which I have been doing web design and internet marketing since 1995. I'm a grandmother on the internet, not in real life, just on the internet. And, you know, with law of attraction, law of creation, and law of allowing, I've been doing that all my life since I was yay tall without knowing the words. But what I do in both businesses, when I want to learn something new, I basically take my brain of all my wisdom library, if you will, and I set it aside. And I pretend I know nothing. And the reason I do that is because I will then walk away with one nugget. If I continually go, oh, I already know that, I already know that, oh, I already know that, I'll miss that one nugget that I didn't know that I needed. Or in many cases, that trigger to remind me, oh yeah, I got to do this. I forgot to do that. I'm missing this step. So if you're advanced and you're doing these, just set aside everything, you know, what I call my wisdom library in my mind, and take it in so that you do get that one nugget. And so the live video on Tuesdays is for teaching. And that allows the opportunity that if you want to ask questions, you can. And it starts the ball rolling. It's not everything for the week. And then the next day, which you just saw last night, is strategies and techniques, or techniques and strategy. And, you know, once you learn something, you should apply it as quickly as you can to start getting active with it. And I try and come up with strategies and techniques that apply to exactly what we're talking about for the week. And tonight's video is the 3rd part of the week's videos, which I started out calling homework. We didn't appreciate that term. So I call it take and see action work. You know, sometimes you take action, sometimes in law of allowing or law of attraction, of the 2 laws in manifestation, you have to stop to see. So it's not always doing action. So that's why I wanted to call it take and see action work. So tonight, that's what this is about in a much clearer video. And I can see myself to the side, so ignore me looking off there. So the law of attraction's take and see action work for this week is still covering believing and the mind, and so it begins, right? So we've mentioned Wallace Wattles. He wrote a book called The Science of Getting Rich. I've loved this book forever. There's actually several books. You're going to hear about several people tonight that I like. This is going to be a quicker, shorter video because I'm going to include a lot of links if you're watching on Facebook, it'll be either in the first comment or the post. And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be down below in the description. So, but Wallace Wattles, just to kind of kick us off with his quote that really is fitting for tonight, is by thought, the thing you want is brought to you. So by your thoughts, and I touched on that thoughts are energy. So by that energy and those thoughts, a thing is brought to you. But it is by action you receive it. By thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action you receive it. Wallace D. Wattles from The Science of Getting Rich. So Tuesday night, I talked about why believing is the first and most important step in the law of manifestation. One moment, please. It's a little dry here in the office. Sorry. So the why believing is the first and most important step when returning to or beginning to learn the 3 laws, which I said I'm going to continually repeat in the beginning here. The 3 laws of manifestation: law of creation, law of attraction, law of allowing. I also talked about how we are always constantly in all 3 laws at the same time. It sounds, kind of odd to understand, but you are here right now because sometime in the past you created the need of this moment. You have attracted this video. You attracted me. You attracted this video and this teaching from that creation. And while you're watching this video, your mind cannot be on 2 things at the same time. So it has to be in the allowing mode. So it's not trying to create or attract, it's just being. And you are always in this mode, whether you know it or not. And the laws of manifestation say it's best that you know it, so you can start being proactive, or rather intentional, with what you're manifesting. So I also touched very little bit on thoughts are energy. On Wednesday night, I gave you 3 strategies and techniques to help you discover and decide what do you really believe, and to get on to understanding how to decide to believe. How to decide to believe that this really is going to work for you, that you're worthy, that laws of manifestation truly work. I also gave you 2 different tools. One was a nominal fee, and I'm going to try and keep things low budget, just because it's Christmas time that I'm recording this. Everyone, and I should say holiday because Hanukkah is literally around the corner, and everyone's shopping for food and gifts and this and that, and I really want to make everything obtainable. So the 2 tools, one of them was a book for just less than $6 off Amazon, and the other one you could obtain for free by joining a group of a gal that I follow who is out of Australia. So if you want to see both of these videos and you haven't seen them yet, in Facebook Manifestation Group, go to that side on the left and find the videos tab and click it to find those videos that you may have missed. If you're on YouTube, I'm creating playlists for each of the different 3 types of videos each week. So you will go to Law of Attraction 101 teaching playlist for Tuesday night's teaching, Law of Attraction techniques and strategies playlist for yesterday's video. Okay, got that out of the way. On Tuesday, I also talked about, and again, you'll have to go watch the video if this makes no sense to you at all, but I talked about change beliefs, change mind, action follows. Now, we saw in Wallace Wattles' quote, which is why I loved it, that thought brings things, so that's beliefs, and then mind, and then there's an action to receive. We're not talking about the action to receive tonight, but we are following the suit of that school of thought in the self-help industry. And towards the end of Tuesday's video, I just barely touched on thoughts being energy, and it may have seemed a little out of place, but there's a reason I didn't do it. Number one, I planned for 1 hour teaching, and that is a 1 hour video. I literally got to the minute, or close to the minute. But the other reason is while I'm creating the teaching videos, the techniques and strategies videos, I'm also creating the script for tonight's video. And I do them all three together to keep consistency. And, for me, it's so easy to get off topic. My brain processes while I speak, and I don't have ADD or ADHD, but I listen to myself while I talk, and it's easy to get off topic. And I really want all three of these videos to build on each other. So the reason that I didn't go in depth on why thoughts are energy, but I touched on it, is because I had a clue about what I was going to be talking about tonight. And actually what your take and see action work is going to be. So there are going to be some teachers that I'm going to point you to that, quite frankly, I call them great teachers. They are phenomenal when talking about mind and thought. And just a little side note, and again, I'm not going to continually do this side notes as I go along. I'm shifting out my fears and concerns of offending people. But I do want to state it at least the first week in all three videos. Some of the work that I'm going to give you, they may not be 100% of any particular religious belief. I'm not teaching a religion. I do touch on Taoism. I touch on the Bible. I touch a lot on the Bible because I've studied it in depth. And I may touch on some teachers of philosophy that may be considered New Age, which, of course, then I quote the Bible and say there's nothing new under the sun, so it can't be new. Anyways, and none of this really is new. It's been taught over the years. So just be cognizant of that when you do the homework, or I got to check myself. Take and see action work. And that's actually a much better term because it's really on point. So the take and see action is basically going to be learn for those of you who are new and trying to figure out what, the manifestation is all about. For those of you who are like myself, that you have been doing this for years, it's going to be a reminder or, bringing remembrance about mind and creating. And I am going to give you 4 videos. They are not short videos, but you don't actually have to watch all of them. You can watch any one of these and it'll do exactly what you need. But I wanted to give you variety. Plus, I love all 4 of these videos. The writers are my favorites. There's actually a couple more people that are my favorites, but these are amongst my top, I would say top 10. So this is what we're going to do. There's also one bonus video, 4 videos on the specific teaching, and then there's a little bonus. And the thing is I went and found YouTube videos. So the take and see action work costs a big old $0. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, you're already at the location of where the homework is. So I'm going to put these into, again, either the description on YouTube, either a comment or in the post itself I think I'll put it in the post on Facebook in our manifestation group. If you are in the manifestation group, I do encourage you to go to the YouTube channel if you want to keep up on just seeing videos alone. You can hit subscribe and you'll get notices if a new video pops up. And then if you have a mobile app like I do, where I'm addicted to my phone and I have to increase my data now, you can watch the YouTube videos there and create a playlist with them. And they'll give you notices right on the homepage. If you're in YouTube and you want to go beyond the videos and join our discussions and start interacting with our community, in the description there's a link to our Facebook manifestation group. It is a closed group, so just hit join group and either myself or one of the other admins will accept you in. So what is the homework assignment? Okay, I said it's 4 videos is the actual homework. You can do any one, any 2, any combination, or if you really want to go for it, all 4 videos. I don't recommend it in one sitting because that's quite a bit of time. And then I have an extra video just because the one person that is the last person on the list, I love hearing this guy's voice, you know? So that's my joy energy. He raises my energy. So the first one is a video from Claude, Bristol. Some Christians may or may not appreciate his full teaching just because he talks about going into all religions, and he has a slight opinion there, so I'll give you that little heads up. But the video is on his book called The Magic of Believing. And he is not of current days. In fact, I'm looking, not one person on my list is of current days. They have all passed over, gone to heaven, hailed to the other side, whatever you want to call it. But Claude Bristol, The Magic of Believing, it's a reading of his book. It's not a boring reading. I really try to get videos where they don't have that boring monotone voice, which I tend to get sometimes. I don't know if my voice is boring, but monotone. But The Magic of Believing, it's 2.48 hours, so just over 2.25 hours to listen to. I'm a reader where I want to fold, write. If I listen to a video, I have notepads right there. If you don't learn by video, all of these are available by book. And I believe the first 2, I don't know about The Magic of Believing. The Magic of Believing may be free. It may be before that time point where you can get it for free. Otherwise, all of them are on Amazon. I'm not putting Amazon links on here, but if you're a person that wants to read it, you can. You can also look and see if you can get full copies on the internet. I just thought video is much easier. So The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. The second book was actually a book that I read. It's a video, but it's on his book. I read the book and watched the video probably about 10 years ago. And it's As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. You might be surprised that I'm not putting Napoleon Hill on here, and there's a reason for it. We will talk about Napoleon Hill later. I like his book. Again, he's probably in my top 10 for Think and Grow Rich, but he's not on this chart of homework. So As a Man Thinketh by James Allen is 2 hours, and I'm putting the time zone in so you can plan ahead. The next one, we've kind of mentioned him a couple times. I have a friend who she goes and teaches manifesting boards, not vision boards, which I really like that she did that. And she also, if you're in the Florida area, I'll give Tasha a little plug here. She has a conference in January, towards the end of, if memory serves me right, in Port St. Lucie area. You know, I welcome her if she watches this video to put it in the comments on the Facebook manifestation group. But she uses Wallace Wattles' Science of Getting Rich book for a lot of her teachings. Now, her conference sounds like it's going to be a lot of other people on the stage, which I love those types of conferences. And I will be there. So, but the thing is we reconnected after 17 years, and the fact that we connected on the same book just shows that we were meant to reconnect. But Wallace Wattles wrote the book, The Science of Getting Rich. Now, this one I'm pretty certain that you can get online as free copy, because I believe in, I think Man As a Man Thinketh as well. I have the hard copy of As a Man Thinketh. But The Science of Getting Rich, I think, is prior to copyright laws. So the video is just a smidge over the 2-hour mark. So if you watched all 3 videos right now, you're at 6.75 hours. So it's a full day. I don't recommend it. The last one, I have to tell you, I love this guy. If I was going to rank personality-wise, this one is the top of my list. And if you are a Christian, totally safe. He was a pastor. His voice brings me joy. It might not necessarily bring you joy. It depends on frequencies that you can handle. But it is Norman Vincent Peale. And the book is The Power of Positive Thinking. And he has some wonderful anecdotes and stories that he tells. The other thing is it is the shortest of all 4 videos. It is just under an hour. It's at 50.8 minutes or 80 minutes, so almost 51 minutes. And it is his voice, so I will warn you. If you can listen to Joyce Meyer, then you can listen to Norman Vincent Peale. He just makes me giggle. I love his voice. And then I added another video of him actually speaking, where he uses a lot of the stories and anecdotes from the book. So that's just kind of a little bonus. So I'll put all the links fully ready and available for you. Go out, listen to one of them, get the books, or try and find the free copies online. Listen to a couple of them over time, because you don't have to get this all done. Well, number one, I don't have a deadline. I'm not grading you. This is your take and see action work. This is for your manifestation, your life. So if you don't listen to, 1 or 2 now, save the links and listen to them later, because every single one of these books have changed my life at various times. So I hope this has been helpful and useful to you. You're going to understand why I didn't really go too in depth on the thinking and thoughts being energy and thoughts in and of themselves, because I think these great teachers do an amazing job. And so I think they can take the ball and run with it, and you're going to learn amazing things from them. So for now, I wish you guys an amazing night and day, depending on when you're watching this. Yay for better video. Yay for remembrance, right? And yay, it's only after 11 o'clock, so I'll be in bed by midnight. You guys have a phenomenal time and have a great weekend. I will be back live next Tuesday at 8 o'clock in our Facebook manifesting group with the next teaching that I already know what the full topic is. Have a good one. Bye. Happy, joyful vibration.